As far as Riz goes, you guys, I don't know if I would say that I have Riz. I don't know.
I'm saying something else in my head.
I know. It's okay.
Get your mind out the gutter.
It is
out of the gutter, please.
I'm thinking
wigs. That's what she means.
Who, me?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
But Nesha, you feel like you don't know how to flirt?
I don't be sure. No. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I don't feel like I do. But people tell me that I flirt. I've like gotten in trouble for flirting with people when I just feel like I'm friendly. Like I just feel like
I flirt. Some people tell me I say baby to everybody.
Yeah. So I have been in situations.
I do. It's a habit. I'm 40
you
now.
But you call everybody baby.
Oh yeah, you do call everybody.
But
baby.
I feel like that's a part of her personality.
That's just who I am.
Yeah.
Whereas me,
yeah.
I'm just a kind
bad
person
bitch with the fat ass. Like that's different.
But people that don't know you.
Like a random person that doesn't know you.
Yeah, a random person that doesn't know you.
I've been doing this since my early 20s, and it used to get me in trouble with girls
on the mic. Burping on the mic.
You gotta call everybody baby. But now that I'm 40. It's like my grandmother raised me, so that's my excuse.
And I can relate to that because same thing with like how it's gotten you in trouble. I feel like I've gotten in trouble in certain situations, but I just feel like I was just being kind. I don't feel like I was necessarily flirting.
See, I don't flirt because I don't really talk.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, you know that I like you, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Term
what
of
you want me to be like? Hey, my sister in Christ.
Exactly.
Like, what you want me to say?
Term of endearment. Okay. So Nesha, would you shoot your shot first?
I don't be shooting my shot. I do not.
I don't have a shot to shoot.
Like to be pursued. Prefer to be pursued, I should say. I don't be shooting my shot. I don't slide in DMs. I don't approach men. I don't do that.
But let me just ask this, because y'all know I'm lesbian, right?
Right.
So my thing is, Cisco's like, really?
For real? No.
My thing is,
Charlie's like, huh?
How do you, as a woman, how do you shoot your shot to men?
Yeah.
Like why is that?
Sometimes men do not respond to that well.
Right.
You know, sometimes
Have you seen the new TikTok trend, how they get their number in the gym?
No.
They'll tell them to
how they get their
ask how many sets they have, and they'll give them their number, or ask for the number, and they'll text them their number, like, oh, I'm done with the machine, and then they're like, oh, I got their number.
Wow,
that is so lame.
Wait, can we hear Cisco?
Huh?
Can we hear him on the mic? Cisco on the mic?
I hope so. Because that was super dope.
I feel like we are able to hear you. We're talking to the production crew right now. We're talking to the squad.
Always do.
I feel like we're able to hear y'all on the episodes. So yeah,
but they're
especially with us fussing at Charlie,
texting the girl after.
You really haven't seen it?
I haven't seen the video. I haven't seen it.
That's not like being a stalker, like a creep.
Supposedly they came viral because a lot of girls like guys in the gym, obviously, and then they'll go up to the guy and ask him, oh, how many sets do you have? And they'll be like, oh, I got like 2 more or 3. And the girl will be like, oh, I'm gonna go over there. Can I give you my number and you text me when you're done? They're like, yeah. So they will give
that is so lame.
like, I'm done with the machine.
That's lame.
I wish I would give my number away for a machine. That is super lame.
Yeah, that feels very.
That ain't even like
that feels
slick.
borderline childish.
It's like supposedly viral because on my TikTok, that's just what it is now.
Let me find out.
A win is a win.
Let me find out you out here.
A win is a win. I'm weak.
Hey, like a dub was a dub, coach.
So Rashod, you been on a date recently?
On a date?
Mm-hmm. When's the last time you been on a date?
Last time I've been on a date.
He's got everything we need.
I want to say it was like, technically last night was not a date. When I went out last night, that was not a date.
Technically,
with those
no,
pictures.
because it's just friends. But last time I went on a date, I think I went to like the movies.
What song is that?
I think so. Yeah.
When was it? When was that? A month ago? 2 months ago?
A month ago, I want to say. Yeah.
A month ago. How was it?
I was gonna say, you don't live. Look like you have fun.
Me, I'm very. Okay, I don't want to say that. I almost said I'm very easy. I'm not. But like I'm very like.
Gentlemen, Rashod.
No, it don't take much for me to like.
I see what you're saying.
You know, cute little dinner movy. Like I'm cool.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Right.
Cheesecake Factory
would work.
Avocado egg rolls.
So yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you been on a date?
Ooh, when is the last? The last time I went on a date, I believe was. When was that? Rashod, remember when Simone?
Don't bring him in here.
Remember when Simone put that bun in my hair? That really cute bun in my hair. That was my last date.
Oh, yeah.
What time period was that?
That was like last month.
Was that like, no, that was not.
It wasn't last month?
No, it was not. Was that had to have been June, July?
June, July.
I just keep going
Maybe
back like
August.
a ping pong like this.
I really don't know. It was sometime in the summertime. I was in the mood to shenanigan and I started dating. But I went, he took me to Topgolf and he took me out to, did we go? No, we went to Topgolf and then we went to Punch Bowl Social afterwards for drinks and we bowled. And it was a nice day. But I was late. I felt bad. I was trying to look cute and I was running epically late trying to look cute.
You see, I put my head down.
We did not have it. I was very late, like over half an hour late. We did not have a second date. I did not get asked out on the second date, but I kind of expected that. And at the time, I was seeing multiple people at the time, so it was in that
He's
dating
got
stage.
everything we need.
She said multiple, babe.
Yes,
Get in line.
Yes, I was dating.
Okay, so when I was late to my last date, I didn't hear about it until about a day or two later.
like on some passive aggressiveness,
I would
stuff.
hope not, but it was like, this is our second official date and you were late to both.
You were late to them both.
I didn't really realize that I was late.
First impressions are everything.
Yeah.
So,
But I seen her
the
before.
but still, like,
And
if
then
it's
we
somebody,
officially went out. And so, but
Yeah.
I brought really nice flowers. These flowers were amazing. I took her
it's
to
the
a really
principle.
dope restaurant.
It's the
Yeah, being
principle.
late
It
is
is.
bad.
She did say it was a principle. And she said, and I quote, if you could be on time for that job, you could be on time for this job. And this is me.
job.
But Prince Harry was late for his date with Meghan Markle, and they're married.
Child,
so.
we don't know who that. We don't know them personally.
Y'all don't know. Well, I'm just saying.
So
I'm just
time
saying.
management is important.
I'm
right?
saying it's important.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that people also are human and make mistakes. So as long as it's not a pattern, a
But
habit.
she said
maybe it was-
twice.
I was
She
late
did say twice.
Twice.
She did say twice.
But at least the dates were like a month apart. Mm-hmm. They were like about a month apart.
So when you guys date, do you guys date multiple? This was my kind of one of my first experiences doing that, dating multiple people.
Dating multiple
I
people,
usually
child.
try to stick to one person at a time, but
Stop
you
nodding
know,
your head, Amanda.
But my experience has been I usually end up regretting putting all my eggs in one basket when we're not exclusive. So
Well,
I was like,
vegan,
well,
I
let
don't
me
even
try.
eat eggs. I'm just saying.
Girl.
Girl.
Don't try. Do not try to deflect
I'm not. I'm just.
with your vegan talk.
I
Yeah.
am.
So
with
okay,
your,
so Nita,
with your
when you're
meatless talk.
okay, so Nita, so you're
pun
dating,
intended.
right?
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
dating, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking to?
Is she going to see
multiple
this?
at the? We don't know who.
I hope not.
You telling your own business. I'm trying to get a.
Okay, so
I'm trying to help you.
Okay, you are. And I'm digging myself a ditch.
Not
Okay,
trying to
look.
help you.
So before my sabbatical,
Right.
okay, wow. I was
Lord
on a
have
roll,
mercy.
just call me butter. I felt like I was just out there just being mannish. I'm not going to lie.
Mannish.
Mannish.
You was on your future.
I was on my our future had nothing on me. And then I sat down and I told my kid that I not tell you. I said, I'm done dating right now. I'm going on a timeout. I even told that to my boys and they was just like, oh, okay. And I said, because I want to date one person.
They didn't believe you.
Nobody believed me.
And that's
But
been
I
about a
like
year.
one person now, right? And that's all I'm gonna say. So
So you're not dating multiple people at once.
I used to. At one point, I dated 6 people at one time.
6. I just feel like that's a lot of things to
Well,
juggle.
I had more money then, so it was like I can go to Target with you. I can go to Sam's Club with you. I can take you to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, wow.
Then I'm
But
going.
see, but you don't think that's a lot? That's like
No, what it is
Spreading
it is a lot.
energy.
It's insecurity.
Yeah. To me, it was very hard to manage all that. In fact,
Yeah.
I spoke to one of the men that I was dating to let him know. I was like, okay, well, there's another gentleman that I'm dating that I'm, feeling
What, you
a
just
little
came
bit.
out and just said it?
Yes, and because we had that open conversation. I try to
Honesty.
be very transparent. So he and I had that conversation that we are seeing other people. So I had to let him know that like I didn't want to continue to quote unquote waste his time knowing that I'm feeling somebody else. I felt like I was doing the honorable thing, but he was like counseling me like he was my dad or something. You're making a mistake. Yeah, you're.
I remember she told me about
You're
that. He got
making
his
a
feelings
mistake.
hurt, child.
You're rushing
People don't
into
like
this. You don't know this man from a. I'm like, I'm not rushing into nothing. I'm just not trying to be going on 3, 4, 5, 15 dates with people.
Yeah,
So,
she was just trying to tell him that I'm not really feeling you, but like in a nice way.
in a nice way. I'm just
And
trying to like
baby.
gently let you down and let you know like, hey, like this ain't where it's at for me.
But sometimes I think we get caught up in relationships because we don't know how to break it off at the dating stage. You feel obligated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's a cycle I've definitely been caught in myself, especially as a woman. We don't know how to advocate for ourselves a lot of time. I won't say this is all women, but my personal experience has been, young, when I was younger and a little bit more naive, I didn't know how to advocate for myself and would end up in situations just not knowing how to speak up for myself. So now being upfront, direct, transparent, honest from the beginning, from the start, that's ultra important to me. But yeah, my experience has been that, and this is just my personal experience, just a lot of men don't really know how to take that.
I was talking about
fragile
that.
masculinity, but
That's
a different topic.
I was talking
topic.
about this with our boss, and we were talking about some men don't really know how to date women, and sometimes it doesn't take a lot to date you guys. It just takes, what did we say? Being consistent,
Emotional
Consistency.
intelligence,
and even if you're
emotional
not that far
availability.
yet, even if you're crap, be consistent.
I mean, consistency.
Be consistent at being crap.
I have to disagree.
Yeah, at least I know what to expect.
At least I know what to walk away with. And 2, I'm just going to hit it out there, especially for black women in general. We feel like, I'm not straight, but we feel like we can change our person. It's
Ain't
the
no
Hebrews,
change,
Right.
There's no changing.
I don't want to change anybody. I want someone to be who they are from the jump.
What's that
but
K
I feel
Michelle
like
song?
you can't change a man. Can't change a man.
Or you can't raise a man. Something like that.
Shout out to K. Michelle.
But-
Shout out to
Oh.
you. Yes.
My whole thing is consistency itself is not enough. Like if you showing up every day, like on the phone, but not talking about
there's
nothing.
multiple variables that go into
So consistency itself is not enough. There's more that goes into that. I feel like consistency is almost like the bare minimum. Yeah, show up here. You like me, show up here every day.
Okay, so here's something that I kind of struggle with when it comes to dating. Okay, so gay male here. Hi.
2 hands. Not
My
one.
name is
When
Caleb Rashod, and I am a gay male.
When I'm dating like a dude, right? We dating, we getting to know each other. It's been 2 months, 3 months. Now I'm starting to like catch feelings, right? Okay, now we together. Now we in a relationship. But now on my end, I kind of get like bored. So I'm
just gonna sip my Tati water to this.
I still like this person, but I don't know what to do to like. I don't know what to do. I don't know why I'm bored, and then I feel bad when I start thinking, oh, maybe this person isn't the right one for me, and I want to adventure out and look other places. But at the same time, it's like it's parts of this person that I do like, and maybe if I just stay here and like really work on it, then that boredom will go away.
But see,
So basically, how do you maintain
How do I
dating
maintain?
vibes
Yeah.
long-term?
How do I keep that spark? How do I?
But you, from a therapist perspective, if I have a couple that's coming in, you have to know what your goals are, what your ticks are, and then 2, you have to have enough riz and confidence to say that. And sometimes we feel like if we're being honest, it's offensive. I'm not trying to say go up to the person you're dating and be like, okay, it's been a nice little 30-day run and this is a nice little ride. But sometimes I think we take too much into a situationship when we know that this is not the person for us. And sometimes we have to be okay with saying, thank you for flying Coach Nita Airlines, and this is our last journey. Because when my ex-girlfriend, shout out to her, I know she gonna hear this, when she looked me right in my face, Tati, Rashod, she grabbed me by my face and she said, baby. I said, yeah. She said, I'm not meant to go on this next journey. I had the same fucking smile on my face. I didn't know whether to do it to her or to punch her. I didn't know what to expect. And just like that, she broke up with me. It was so smooth. And after a few months, I had to look at it and I just said, I had to respect it.
Yeah.
Because she could have came along this journey and been false.
She kept it a buck with you.
But guess what? That's who I am. And so when I tell people I'm straight up, if we're telling people we're straight up, we have to be able to receive straight up.
Yes, appreciate people's honesty. Appreciate people's honesty and that they're direct with you and not stringing you along.
So if you know upon your journey
time.
that Joe Schmo wasn't for you, then something in your own integrity has to go. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be rude. It just has to be what works for Rashod.
Learn how to receive it.
And learn how to let go. Mm-hmm. Releasing sometimes a few episodes, we talked about growth and trimming of the hair. We said we all look crazy with that trim haircut, but after a few months, the hair starts to grow and everything starts to align. Mm-hmm. But this also takes me back to we got to be okay with being single.
Yeah, letting go ain't never been a problem, babe.
And when you let go, realize what you're letting go of. So when the next one comes, you know how to receive it.
Well, okay, so you were married. Mm-hmm. You went on a sabbatical. Mm-hmm. You now like somebody.
Oh, no, it was other journeys before that, but I'm okay with them steps.
Other journeys.
Big
I
picture.
love that.
Yeah. Big picture, babe. Big picture.
Got it.
Big
so,
picture?
yes. Big picture, yes. So, being single versus being in the dating world, dating realm. What are your thoughts, comparisons on that? What are your thoughts on being single versus being dating? Being someone who is currently dating?
I felt really good after a while because I had to own the fact that I was single. No one really wants to admit that.
When you say you had to own it,
I had to accept the fact that I didn't have a boo.
So would you call yourself someone who was like a serial monogamous or?
For a year I was.
Yeah.
For a whole year, but it was by choice though. Because for me, I needed to figure out why do I keep having the same patterns when I get with women and we all end the same way.
Yes.
So for me, if I'm trying to get better at dating, like exercise, I have to work on the things that are not my strong suit. Yeah. Like communication.
That's
like
a thing.
Being present.
That's
I work a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I could easily be like, y'all know I'm at the lab. You know I got a client. But she don't want to hear that. It's Friday night. She's trying to go shake it fast and drop it slow.
I mean, you make time for the things that you want to make time for.
You learn that in being single.
Yes.
You learn that in being single because it's about time management.
I asked the question because a lot of people, I feel some people struggle with not knowing how to be single. A lot of people don't know how to be alone, so they hop from relationship to relationship. I personally actually cherish my single time. I like the time of isolation because it gives me time to rediscover myself and fall in love with myself. But like, and my
is
solitude
it single
all over.
or is it, when I say single, y'all,
no, not dating.
I didn't do a single thing.
No, not dating.
You understand what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that I was going on like a full on sabbatical.
I did.
I was just,
I didn't go on a sabbatical.
I don't, but I'm not seeking out that male attention. Like I'm not, it's not in, I'm purposely not seeking that out because I'm choosing to be single at the moment. And I feel like this is totally a Libra thing, ruled by Venus and all. But I do feel like a person who is always optimistic and open to love. Like even if I'm in a single mind frame, I'm like in the back of my mind, like
like if it
at
comes
one point
to me, it's like okay.
But
if you come to me with the right energy, then cool.
But on your journey, you have to be healed enough to receive love.
Yeah.
Because so many times we can give out love because that's just who we are. But if somebody goes, well, I love you too. Why? What's your motive? What do you want to love? What do you love about me?
Yeah, you have to love you. You have to have that self-love before you can even venture out into dating.
Open to the other person loving us.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
They go hand in hand, hence the self-love.
The other thing I want you guys to do as you're liking, subscribing, and following and sharing is take a emotional inventory and realize what your icks are and what your dislikes are. Figure out what you like so that way when your person comes, you'll know within your inventory, within your soul that, ooh, I don't like loudmouth women. So why would I pursue a loudmouth woman? I saw this on Twitter last year. Don't judge me. They said if she got under 500 followers, that's your, if she got over 500, she for the streets.
Wow.
Give me the girl that got 296 followers.
But I feel
I'm
like
not
that
even
plays
a friend.
into,
I like when a guy doesn't have social media.
You see
doesn't have social media presence.
So we
I'm not even
always have to have these these lists of things that we know which are pluses and things that we know which are minuses, but we also have to leave room for being creative. Because when two come together, they make a one, right? But that one still has to be whole enough to operate. But also, too, I need to figure out if that's her strong suit, I need to let her be strong. Mm-hmm. If I know that this is my weakness, I need to own my weakness. That's where you'll get that dating balance. Mm-hmm. But you won't know that until you do an inventory and go, I'm sensitive when it comes to ABC, or I'm a jerk when it comes to 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. I'm not great at time. I feel like if I seen you once this week, hey, Tati, that's good for me.
No, girl.
See? But I have to learn that.
I would be.
But that's self-awareness.
If we was dating, you would hate me. I'd be blowing your phone up. What you doing, baby?
Okay, but you also have to take note. But you gotta take note of that.
So that goes
because what if you date somebody that's not like that?
Because that goes in. Okay, so that goes into dating expectations. That goes into expectations. So what everybody, and it's different for everybody. Everybody's going to go into a situation with their own set of expectations, and that's not to say that someone's expectations are right versus the other ones being wrong. Mm-hmm. It's different for everybody. So I think to Nita's point, it's just about having that self-awareness, knowing who you are and knowing what you want when you go into the situation, before you go into a situation. Mm-hmm. That's how I know when I'm in a situation. I already, oh no, this ain't gonna work for me. This doesn't align with what I got.
And you also have to have those, what we like to say again, non-negotiables and compromises. So if I know that there's certain things that I don't stand for, certain things that I don't agree with, I don't want to take that risk or that gamble and be like, well, I really like Susie, so she did just call me a B word. I'm going to give her a pass. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I also want you guys to realize and also keep yourselves accountable. Yes. To your peers, whoever you're dating. You could be private. I'm a very private person when it comes to my personal life. But at the same time, if I want to continue on this journey of me making progress, I got to find some iron where I could be sharpened with.
That's one of my only, I wouldn't say one of my only, but one of my few expectations. I try not to go in with too many expectations. I just try and see who the person is and then just make the decision for myself. But one thing I will say is, yes, I do expect people to hold them. I don't expect people to be perfect. Just hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Hold yourself accountable always.
And also remember too, and especially in the lesbian world, you could probably think about it from gays. As soon as we catch a body, Amanda, one day. You want to move in?
U-Haul. I've heard this about
it's the truth.
The LGBTQ community.
It's the truth. It's like
the L
first
part
date.
of the LBT.
I have a house.
Oh, the L part.
LGBTQ.
It's normally the L's.
IA plus.
Yeah.
Listen, don't cancel me. I don't know.
No, don't cancel none of us.
Please don't cancel
me. But I want us just to have an awareness of, don't feel obligated to rush through a situationship, but neither be like Coach Nita and wait to ask a girl to be your girlfriend 2 years later. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't pat yourself, right? Pat me. So before we leave session 2, I want us to think about dating as curriculum, as a class, as a syllabus. Take it step by step, but it's okay to mix up week 6 with week 7, because you just never know what you're going to find. But also too, don't forget to have fun when you're dating.
Yeah, I say take your time.
Take your time. Don't be like Coach Nita used to be and take 2 years to be like, so you want to put a title on this?
No, and also like really be friends. First, like build a friendship, like really build a friendship.
I feel like friendship is a great foundation to establish a relationship on.
My grandmother used to have this quote. She would say, I was like 9 and she told me this. She was so full of wisdom. She'd say, Minnie? I say, yes. When you start dating, I'm like, she knows I'm gay, right? So I've always been gay. She said, before you were lovers, you were first friends. I was like 9 when my grandma dropped some wisdom on me. And in my head, I didn't look at it as wisdom. I looked at it like the Lord told her I was a fag. She told her that was it.
You're internalizing
I was
her
internalizing.
Words.
But when you think about it, I would rather take time to get to know somebody and we have an understanding that I'm your person, you're my person, but we're going to take this slow.
Absolutely.
If you can find somebody like that, that's your person.
Yes.
If somebody is rushing you to put a title on something, it's just a title. At the end of the day, when I get home, don't nobody call
But
me
that's
Coach
what people
Nita.
like. They like titles, and that's the
The
whole
time I go get a job.
social media
So before
expectations
we
of
do that,
dating. Yeah, titles.
I think that's all. It's superficial.
Yeah,
at the end
It's
of the
very
day.
stuff,
superficial
yeah.
because you got married people who don't even claim their title. And they've been married for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just-
title is just a thing, honey.
Yeah.
It's just a word. It's just an action statement to put emphasis on the fact that this is my boo. But
Have
if I
that
say this is my
self-awareness.
friend, most women used to take that offensive. So now I'm just your little friend. I didn't say little. I just said this is my friend.
Yeah.
But you're not going to see me say that with multiple women. You see what I'm saying? And then take your time when you're dating, you guys. Don't bring everybody to your family.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it as something as a surprise.
I learned that the hard way. Child.
So did I.
So, Rashod, what are some takeaways for you? Part 2 of the dating episode. What are
Definitely.
the takeaways?
Some takeaways.
I don't know. It's made me laugh.
I would say, I like what you said. Don't feel obligated to
Yep.
rush and
Yep.
to be anything.
Yep.
Even if y'all been talking for a minute and you just see it's not working out, like it's okay to have that mature conversation. Like, hey, I just don't think we're a good match. Yeah, just have that confidence to do that.
Chef's kiss. Give me a takeaway.
You know what? Actually, I don't think I have a takeaway today, but I do want to just shout out to Matthew Perry, rest in peace. We just found
Shout
out.
to Matthew Perry, rest in peace. Chandler. Yes.
Yeah, and speaking of Chandler, so I get that that's most people's connection to him through Friends, and no shade to Friends.
Yeah.
Friends was a cultural phenomenon.
Yes, it was.
I actually fell in love with Matthew Perry through this movie called Fools Rush In, though, and it's a rom-com with him and Salma Hayek. And basically, they have a one-night stand. She ends up pregnant, and then they get married. That's like the condensed version,
to
but
me.
they end up. I will. They end up getting married. I struggled with a lot of ideas around love, like thinking
Wow.
that rom-coms like put these unrealistic ideals in my head. But what I like about that movie in particular is that like they tumbled into like a whirlwind situation. She got pregnant, so then he actually felt like he was in love with her and wanted to do the honorable thing, so they got married. And I think a lot of people would see that as an unrealistic situation, but I kind of like that they were just kind of burning and learning and made it work. And I feel like it's an underrated gem. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Shout out to Matthew Perry. Rest in peace to you.
Shout out. 2
So,
snaps for him.
I have to Google who that is.
So, Caleb growing up in Reston, Louisiana, he is not.
Got it. I'm like,
he
you
is
don't
not
know?
abreast on,
Got it.
especially of the Caucasian variety. If it has white people in it, he
Sorry
probably
Make sure you
to
guys
that
do your
man.
research on him.
I do not know that man.
But shout out,
I
he
will
was in
do my-
Friends. I'm sure you know what Friends is.
The show,
The
right?
show, yes.
Oh,
Yes, he was on that show.
Period.
Ladies and
gentlemen.
Wait, he passed away.
He did, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rashod.
See, this whole time y'all was talking about this man that passed away, I did not know who he was.
That's okay.
But
One of the things
my
I would leave with you
condolences.
guys as your captain is I want us to heal before we deal.
Come on now, heal before you deal.
Heal before you get out in public and deal with other people. Because your brokenness might just be too much. So I want you to have an awareness of where you are on your journey. And if dating is not on that to-do list, then baby, don't do it. Because you don't want to bring somebody who's ready on a journey that you're not ready for. So heal before you deal. Again, I'm Coach Nita. I'm your captain. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, like, subscribe, share, then follow. Like, subscribe, share, then follow. Okay?
All right, we out of here.
We out of here, y'all. Be-
Deuces.